Hey everyone, it's me Alfie, and welcome to my run of the Strago Event Chaos, the Challenge Quest. This is going to be a Strago showcase. Going to be bringing, Realm, Strago, and Ash. I have been having so much fun with Strago. the man is really fun, and I am really glad I pulled for him. Strago, he is a monster of a DPS. He is very strong at AoE DPS. And oh man, does he know how to pump out some numbers. Okay, so let us begin. I've already done this with Kefka in place of Ash, but that was kind of a curb stomp, so I decided to redo it, except this time with Ash. Okay, so Strago. I like to start off with his C65. He has 3 uses of it. It grants him his Soul of Thamasa buff for 2 turns, and it raises his own attack for 3 turns. Now his Soul of Thamasa buff is really important. The buff itself only raises his attack. However, if he uses a skill while Soul of Thamasa is up, he essentially just does the skill again. So he gets it lets him do a follow-up attack with all of his skills. That includes his HP plus. And if you know what his S1 is, his S1, it's AoE brave damage, and it also 100% HP damage to all enemies. So, just like that, he does it twice, and it's just a whole bunch of damage that he just dishes out in 1 turn. He has a little bit of... He doesn't have that many skill uses, but he does dish out the damage to compensate for it. Now his LB skill, just like with his S1, if Soul of Thamasa is up, then he triggers the skill again. It's an AoE damage. It's AoE brave hits. It inflicts Insta-break on all enemies, and grants him 2 turns of Soul of Thamasa. Additionally, it also makes his next skill use a free skill use to use. So I personally like to use it on his S1, just because his S1, Strago's S1, is his bread and butter skill. That's the skill he uses the most, and that's his main DPS skill. Okay. Let's use Realm's EX. If you can see, Strago has a free skill use. I'm going to use it on his S1. There's Strago hitting mad numbers. I'm running Stealth Summon so I can have a healer in the party just in case I need it. So, in a way, Realm is my healer, even if Wind is absorbed on these bosses. Okay. Let's do... We'll just HP plus with Realm. Alright, Blaze Wave, that's fine. So now, they absorb melee, really strong against magic, and they just have a whole bunch of resistances and absorptions. So in that case, Strago's S2 is going to come in real handy. Perfect. Okay, Strago's S2, Brave to Death. It inflicts breaks on all of the enemies with even bravery, so any even numbers, it will insta-break them. A little bit of a weird conditional, but it's really good. If he has Soul of Thamasa buff up as well, it also does AoE. It also follows up again, just like the rest of his skills. And it's split HP damage this time. It's not 100% AoE. So, there you go, Brave to Death. There's the instant break. And there's the follow-up because of Thamasa. It also refreshes his Soul of Thamasa buff as well. So, It has low skill uses, so I'd only really use it for if you need to break or if you need to do an emergency Soul of Thamasa refresh. His S2 is definitely more so for utility rather than dealing out damage. Okay. So one thing about Strago is that I believe both of his skills ignore defense, so because of that, his potencies are a little bit on the lower side, so having some offensive buffers in the party will help a lot with his damage output, and it'll just make him deal out so much more damage, and it is insane because the man himself already dishes out a good amount of damage. So offensive buffers, Dash, Saz are a few that come to mind. They are very, very useful with Strago. Alright, let's use his EX. His EX gives him also gives him his Soul of Thamasa buff. Just like the rest of his kit, it's a double HP dump, or not double HP dump. It is commenced twice if you use it with his Soul of Thamasa buff. Something to keep in mind though is that you have to have Soul of Thamasa when you use a skill. Say I use his S2 without the buff on him. Yeah, it grants Soul of Thamasa, but he's not going to do his he's not going to do the skill again because he didn't have it prior to activating the skill. And if you're concerned about Soul of Thamasa running out pretty fast, then you can pair him with buff extenders as well. Hope comes to mind. Again, Saz is also a nice option to pair with him. Let's just use his S1. Look at that damage. I know it's synergy, but oh man, that's just so pretty to look at. Okay. We'll do this. Get that sketch up. And yeah, we'll just EX. Not gonna do a lot of damage, but that is okay. Let's just Brave Plus. And let's use Brave 2. Brave to Death. Again, for the instant break to proc on his S2, you have to hit them with while their bravery is at an even number. Otherwise, it's just going to deal brave damage. Nice, and we'll use EX on B. Not bad. Okay. Again, Strago is a pure DPS character. Outside of Instant Break, he has no party utility. However, that's not a bad thing because Strago is a monster at DPS. I'm personally going to be using him a good amount of times because this DPS is really, really good. Always nice having a really strong AoE DPS character, and Strago definitely does not disappoint. Okay, we'll just S1, and then I'm probably going to save the S1 for later. I probably didn't need to bring Sylph with Realm, but hey, I'm gonna be playing it safe. since I'm using Strago, I don't have to worry about shaving because Strago has instant break. Okay. And I think I'm gonna save the LD. I was thinking about using the LD, but I'm gonna use it on this next turn. So again, when you start off the fight, I like to start off Strago with using his C65 to get his Soul of Thamasa buff up. That'll let him start dishing out damage right off the gate. Strago's S1 is his bread and butter skill. That is a skill he uses the most to deal damage. So I would use that as many times as possible. I always use the free skill use from his LD on his S1 because, again, his S1 is his bread and butter skill. That's the skill he's going to be spamming the most to deal damage. He does have a pretty low overflow percentage, so bringing overflow characters with him will also really help. Edward's a nice option with him, and he just recently came out. It's nice batteries, and he provides overflow for the whole party. You can pair the two together to make Strago deal even more damage. This is perfect. This is what I wanted. Here goes Strago, go crazy. Oh man. If you use his LD while Soul of Thamasa is up, then that's pretty much an AoE 2-turn delay, essentially. And it is great. I like it a lot. Okay, and again, free skill use on his S1. That is his most damaging skill for it. He doesn't have that many skill uses, but he dishes out the damage to make up for it. Let's get that speed down on A. Alright, B also has speed down. It's good. We'll do one more sketch summon. Okay, EX. Oh my god. Oh man, Strago's so fun. Strago is so fun. I'm having so much fun with this guy. Okay, I'm gonna summon here. Yep, S1 again. When in doubt, just use S1. You can see there's a low potency starting to show a little bit. It's hitting 4,000 in synergy. And it's not like he has no arts. He has arts this time. And spheres. So that's where having offensive buffers in the party will help a lot. Okay, nice. And then we'll use Brave to Death to refresh that Soul of Thamasa buff. I want to keep it up as much as possible. You do not want that buff to fall off. You can let it fall off if you want, and then use C65 on his next turn. That is also a feasible option. Okay, this should be pretty much a wrap. Okay, so yeah, we'll just Heaven's Wrath on A. Heaven's Wrath on A. Okay. And yeah, this is HP plus. If you have Soul of Thamasa up, even his HP plus it does it twice. It's great. Oh man, Strago is so much fun. I am so glad I pulled for this guy. Let's just get summon, get the battery up. That did not kill. Okay, that's fine. Now this should kill, maybe? It did not. Okay, hopefully this kills again. It did not. Alright, that is okay. Let's do... It should be just about a wrap, actually. Let's just use LD again. And there you have it. There you have it. Challenge quest done, again. Except this time without Kefka. Hopefully I explained Strago nicely. He's pretty simple, really. Just don't let his Soul of Thamasa buff run out. He is a monster at DPS. He's very good at AoE DPS. If you need AoE DPS or magic DPS, Strago will definitely fit in. He is really good at it. I'm going to be using Strago a lot personally because he's someone I've been looking forward to a lot. So there you have it. Strago Showcase. Hopefully I explained it well, and if you're looking for more details, it'll be in the description as usual. So yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye-bye!